Hey everyone, today we're going to be modding Cyberpunk once again, and this video has been requested because today we're going to be rigging hair, and hair rigging is definitely one of the more advanced and complicated and honestly painful things that you can do while modding this game. And having a video demonstration of how to do that would be helpful for a lot of people. So we're going to be doing that today, and hopefully it helps someone. Before we start, I want to say huge thanks to Island Dancer and Eagle from the Woven Kit modding Discord. They both helped me out a lot. I wouldn't be able to make this by myself if I just followed the guides that are online. So personal help is definitely appreciated a lot from those people. So Eagle wrote some amazing code that's going to be very helpful later on, and Island Dancer gave me some really good tips on weight painting and linked me some videos, and in general I'm very, very thankful for the help to those people. Okay, so now let's get into the actual modding process. You can already see I have a small project set up, and I actually chose this because I'm going to be using a hair mesh that is not really like anything that you see in Cyberpunk. It's a long braid that goes down the back of the character. Cyberpunk only really has high ponytails, which is not what we need, and this is going to let me review a worst case scenario where you have to move around the bones, where you have to weight paint, and you really have to do all this complicated stuff, right? And sometimes you can get away with just importing your hair because the skeleton itself aligns with your custom hair mesh in an okayish way that lets you just not touch the weight paint. It's pretty lucky when that happens, but we're not going to be reviewing that case today. We're going to be reviewing a worst case where you have to put in some actual work. Now what we're going to do, first things first, is choose which hair mesh which hair mesh is coming the closest to having a skeleton that would suit our custom hair mesh, okay? And we're going to import the hair, the rig that the hair uses, as well as an anim graph. I'm not sure if you actually need the anim graph, but I prefer not to risk it, so I just include it in my project. And what we're going to do now is first we're going to export our hair, and we're going to export the rig. Now, exporting the rig file is a bit more complicated than just exporting the mesh like I did just now, but it's still pretty easy, so just follow me, okay? You're going to create a new file right here. You're going to make it an animation file, just a blank animation file. Next thing you're going to do, link the rig here, okay? So just click this, copy the relative path, copy it, copy this, it's linked, save, export. So you have our animation file, export. We get a GLB like any other mesh, so really easy. Now let's open this, throw it on our desktop just for convenience, same as this here. And we're going to start modding now. Basically, we're going to open our Blender, and we're going to import all of this stuff. Okay, so import Cyberpunk. Yep. Okay. All right. So we have our skeleton, and we have our mesh. You can see here the skeleton that we exported. It matches up with the ponytail from the game, but it's in a wrong position. You will see why now when you see my hair mesh. Okay, so we got this stuff. Now let's import our hair that we will be modding into the game. I have mine saved as an object file. So it's hair of Shenhe from Genshin. It's actually taken from Connervon's mod from Skyrim with his permission, of course. He's helped me out a lot as well, so I'm really thankful for that too. Now we're going to export this. Import. And you see here that we have a low ponytail that, there's nothing like that really aligns with it in the game. So we're going to have to do some moving around of the bones, right? So first thing we're going to do, though, we're not going to touch the skeleton. We are going to reveal our original ponytail again. And we are going to go to we're going to click our original, we're going to click this first, and then we're going to shift click here. Make sure this is yellow. Go to weight paint. Don't go to vertex paint, because vertex paint is going to change the color of your hair in game, and you don't want that. So just avoid this button. If you actually did click it, just Control Z, you should be fine, but still try your best to avoid it. So go to weight paint, weights, transfer weights, nearest face interpolated, and by name as usual. So you can see we have all these groups here. I'm going to add one more. I'm going to add 06 because it didn't reach that apparently. So ding tail 06. All right. Yeah, this is good. Okay, and now we're going to. Oh, okay, it didn't actually not reach it. It just doesn't have it as far as I can see. Okay, yeah, then it's better to just remove this to, avoid any unnecessary stuff. So just remove this, and we're going to actually replace the hair now. So once again, click this, then shift click here. No, just click this. Edit mode. Press A, select all vertices, delete, and delete vertices. So it's just a placeholder. The same thing that I've been doing in my other guide. So now you're going to press this, Control click on here, make sure this is yellow, Control J, and you're good. So the weights have been transferred. We could try this out in game right now, but it's going to look like absolute ass, so don't even try it. If your rig is misaligned this badly, don't even try to see it in game. There's no point in that, unless you just want to make sure that it works. Okay, so what we're going to be doing next is we are going to we're going to weight paint it, I think. No, we're not going to weight paint it. We're going to calculate, we're going to move our mesh first. Our rig. We're going to move our dangle bones, and we're going to calculate their location and input them into the rig and mesh and end mesh matrices. So what we're going to do first is go to edit mode and choose your entire dangle chain, and make sure that the first bone in the chain is the one that you have selected as the yellow one. And over here, go to active element, and just use the tool that you like to move this around, and make sure you're also in like a flat mode to be moving stuff around without any, to make sure there's no error in positioning. Okay, now reveal your hair mesh again. I think we can go to wireframe, and we're going to move this. So let's do it like that. Sorry. This. Okay, so you can see it's not ideal by far. Yeah, so now you're going to grab this and rotate this to make sure that it looks decent. Okay, this looks pretty good. I like it. Now what we're going to do is hide this again, hide the hair, I don't know, go back to solid mode. And we're going to use a calculator to calculate the position of this bone in quaternions. I'm not going to go into detail about what that means because I don't know, but I have a calculator here that will allow me to calculate those matrices basically, which was actually written by Eagle, so thanks again. We're going to go to scripting here. We're going to go to new, and I have a file here, as you can see, matrix calculators. You're going to copy this. I'm going to link this in the description, so you're going to take this and you're going to copy. Do not copy this. This is going to give you a syntax error. So just go back here, paste it, run it, and open your console right here, toggle system console. And right here you can see we have the result. Now, let me explain a bit how the rig files work before we go actually inputting anything. Let's delete this, we don't need this. Yep. Okay, so the rig files, the rig positions work this way. Before you actually go, doing anything in the rig file, make sure that in the settings your woven kit is set to hard mode, as some of the people call it. Just make sure it's set to advanced, and make sure it's set to advanced so that you can see all these arrays that you need. So first you're gonna go to bone transforms. Make sure that your rig, that like this list here, has all the contains all the bones that your hair also have, right? So right here you can see, let's go to vertex groups of our hair. So here you can see head and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Here you have head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't need anything else. And what we're going to do now is go to bone transforms again, and you see here we have a dangle chain basically. So this bone is on top of the chain and this one's on the bottom, and they're all parented to each other. Yeah, they're all parented to each other. So you're going to make sure that you're moving the bone on the top, because whenever you move the bone on the top of the chain, all the bones on the bottom of the chain move as well. Except in our case, is going to be a bit different, because if you remember, I also rotated this bone right here, this one, ding tail 04, and we're going to have to do this one separately. So from 1 to 3 here, and then since we edited this one too, from 4 to 5. Okay, so 4 and 5. 6 is not necessary because we're not using 6. Yeah, so as you can see, we already calculated this, and we'll have to input this. Okay, this is pretty tedious, but you can't really do anything about it. You just have to input them right here. Don't use this. This is not good for inputting those values. Just click here and input them here. Okay. Make sure to replace all the dots with commas. That way, woven kit can actually read all that stuff. Okay. So just keep copy pasting. You're gonna have to do a lot of the stuff by hand. Unfortunately, you can't really skip this. But it is really tedious, unfortunately. There is no way to import an edited rig, which really sucks. So this is what we have to deal with for now, but unfortunately no other way. As I already said, you're just gonna have to do some manual copy pasting. Scale, okay, we inputted these values. Scale, don't touch it. Translation, again, go here, copy this, input. Okay. Did I do it right? Okay, yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, okay, this is correct. Okay, here. Alright, and finally this. Okay, this doesn't seem to have changed at all. Okay, so make sure this works and do the same thing for 03. Okay, just again go to your Blender, edit mode, choose this bone, run the script, open your console. You have the values here. I'm going to edit this out because it's tedious to be watching me input all these values, so I'm going to get back to you once I'm done. Okay, so I pasted all these values, and what we're going to do now, we are also going to do the same thing but more tedious for our mesh. Okay, right here, ignore this, ignore, okay, and right here you see we have bone rig matrices. What we have to do is we have to run a different script this time, and it has to be done individually for every bone. Now here's the script, here, a .mesh calculator. Copy this, scripting, delete this, don't need this. And right here, this code is slightly better because it also replaces dots with commas automatically, so you don't have to do that by yourself. But it's still not the best. I mean, yeah, it's still not the best because the code itself is great. Don't get me wrong, but the process is still not the best, obviously. Now we're going to run it. And go back to our console, and you can see right here we have a matrix, right? And the way we're going to input this is basically the same way as here. You see it corresponds, the positions, they correspond. So here it says -1, you're going to input -1 here, here, here. Okay, not here actually, not here, because this bone is the head bone. We don't need this. We're going to start from the first bone. You can see the bone names and which number corresponds to each bone here. Sorry, not here. Here you go to bone names. You can see here 1 is head, so we're not editing that. Don't edit the head bone ever. Edit only the dangle bones. So you go to ding tail 01. And you start from W and you go all the way down to Z. The process is the exact same, but again, you have to do it for each bone, not just the bone that is on top. Okay. Once again, I'm going to see you once all of this is pasted. Okay, so I'm done with the matrices. I pasted them all in. And now we are going to get to the main part, I'm guessing. The weight painting itself. Okay, so let's reveal our mesh again, and here's the way we're gonna do it. Okay, actually we're not gonna use this armature anymore, so we can just delete this bone because we're not gonna be using it, just for better reference. We can do all of these too, actually. Don't need them. Okay. Yep. Alright, so we just have this now, and now we're here. Also, just to be sure that this appears in front of your meshes, go to viewport display and check in front. Now, again, let's show our here. And here's the way we're going to do it, okay? We're going to start from the bottom. and we're going to gradually go up before we go up the head. But actually, head is the first one that we're going to do. So, okay, to begin with, go to weight paint, sorry, edit mode, and assign 0 weights to all of these. Just 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, except the head. Head is going to be 1. Okay, so yeah, this looks about right. So head should be completely red, everything else completely blue. Now go to edit mode, and you see tail 05. We go to wireframe, and you can't really see the bone, unfortunately, from this perspective, but you can just eyeball it and it should be good most of the times. Go into this, and okay, so I remembered the bone is about here, so wireframe. Alright, and just choose all of this stuff and assign 1 to this. Okay, and now tail 04, same thing. Actually, no, not yet. You see, we have we did tail 04. I mean 05. Now we're gonna go to pose mode. Pose mode. I'm gonna check if we missed anything. So just do it like this. Shit. I think I'm forgetting something. Yeah, it doesn't have an armature modifier. It's actually not parented to this armature, which is what we need for checking the vertices in pose mode. So clear parent, put it here, parent it to this, Control P, object, go to modifiers, over here, add modifier, armature, choose this, and make sure it's also displaying everywhere. So click those 2 buttons. Now we go back to our bone, pose mode. Now it should work. Okay, yeah, it works. We didn't miss anything, thankfully. So let's keep going. We're going to do this one now. Back to our hair. 04, edit, and just do it around the bone. Let's see how I did. Yeah, this is decent. Okay. Assign 1 again. Next. Back to object mode. I mean solid mode. Sorry. You can use a different selection tool, like the lasso tool, to be more precise. So let's go to wireframe again, and just from memory, do it like this. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Assign 1 again. Move to the next one. Let's see. Maybe we can select from here. Actually, let's see how it did on those other ones. Yeah, looks good. Looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, this is nice. Okay, let's move. Let's do it like this. Kinda just, go on top. Edit mode. Yeah, again, choose the vertices. Yeah, you can see the bone a bit here. I'm gonna choose a bit more, and assign. Also, I haven't checked in pose mode. I forgot. My bad about that. Let's see if we missed anything. Let's see. Oops. Okay. Yep, missed a few. Go to wireframe. Go to just choose your hair mesh again. Go to edit mode. This is tail 04, so we do this. See, it looks good. Okay, go back. Reset this bone by pressing Alt R. Alt R resets rotation, Alt G resets you know, Alt G resets position, and Alt S resets size. So remember that too if you didn't know that. Let's check this one. Okay, quite a few missed here. Again, let's go back to our hair. Shit. Okay, edit wireframe. Choose all of this, maybe some of this. Yeah, actually no, not like this. Just choose this. Choose your bone 3. Assign, and this assign 0. Yeah, okay. Now go to your skeleton again, reset, Alt R. Here, let me check something, hold on. Okay, let's actually check again. Yeah, you see here's one more issue. I'm going to go to back. You know the process at this point. Just do this. Assign. Maybe this. So assign. Okay, looks decent. Okay, and now we're gonna do 01, the final one. Yeah, we're just gonna choose all this stuff here. Go to object mode, choose this, edit, like this maybe. Yeah, this looks good. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Let's actually get a bit more over here. Like this. Shit. Like this. Okay. Some more here. Okay, and let's check in assign, check in pose mode. Check mode, pose mode. Where is it? Okay. Okay, this looks fine. I know it looks like ass here, but don't worry about it. We're going to fix this right now. So as you can see, it's okay. You know, it kind of moves like a braid is supposed to move. Nothing crazy, but you know, this looks alright. But it's rough, but we're going to make it better. So how do we make it better? We do this. First, we're going to parent it back to the original armature. So we're going to Control P. Right click, parent, clear. Back here, Control P. No, choose the armature. Control P. Object. Choose the armature modifier. Don't forget about it. Okay. Now it should be good, and let's go back to weight painting mode. Yep, here, weight paint. All right. Now what we're going to do is first we are going to let me just choose this one here in the middle for a better showcase, I guess. We're going to go to weights, and we're going to go to smooth. Smooth, and factor is going to be, okay, active group, not active group, all groups. So let's do factor. Factor needs to be 1, and iterations 10. You see, it's very smooth now. So these transitions, they look way better than what we've had before. And another thing we're going to do now is we are going to go to weights one more time. We're going to hit normalize all. Lock active now. deform pose bones. No, just choose all groups, and you see here you're good. So this should be perfect in theory, right? I suggest we just export this and set up UUH4V, which is a tool that allows you to make your hair stand alone. So I just edited a rig that a lot of different hairs use it, so it's gonna make other hairs look ugly. So we'll have to use a different method to make this hair stand alone that doesn't affect other hair meshes, and we're going to use a framework for this. So that I'm of course going to link as always. So export as a Cyberpunk GLB. Don't forget to choose it. Export. Yep. Okay. I'm just gonna export into this. Okay. No problems. Here it is. And what we're gonna do now is we're going to open this up, and you need to remember, or you need to know which hair you're replacing. I'm replacing hair 36, a number 36 in the character creator. So I'm going to get this folder here. I'm going to delete this because I don't need it anymore. And I am going to open this also. Oops, it's a different project, sorry. Here we go. Yeah, so I'm gonna open this up, open it, and actually no, how about we just import first. First we're just gonna import to just to make sure that there are no issues, everything is smooth. Let's just do an import first. So we go to we go over here, okay, put it here, copy it here, or I mean you can just put it here. Then we import. Okay, let's see. Hopefully no problems. No problems, very good. You can see everything is replaced. Now we're going to open this, and open our UUH4V project. Yeah, open this. Okay, base, framework, and this is what you're going to do. So look, we have 3 files here. These are all dummies basically, but we will need to import them all. You don't have to use all of them. Some of them can stay as dummies, but others you can use to import and make your hair stand alone. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to rename. Okay, so this is called F hair 36 part 1 dot mesh. Okay, we're going to do the same thing for these here. Okay. Okay, just take this, drag and drop. You can see it's replaced. What we're gonna do now is we're going to take this base folder and just drop it into our project. Open this. Okay, base. Drop it here. Okay, looks good. Yeah, and you can see we have everything hooked up here. Everything looks great. I guess you could delete this, but I don't feel like it. So everything looks pretty good. And I'm just going to hit build, install and launch game, and I'm going to see you in game, and we're going to see how the haircut moves. Okay, so just a little test. Okay, so I started the game, and you can see here, our hair looks, well, it looks pretty good, you know, decent, I'd say. Let's try to, you know, hit some poses. And you can see it does like go back and forth. It does swing like you'd expect a braid to swing. There is like a bit of a weird movement like towards the top, but it's not really that critical if you ask me. And if you really want to, you can just try to refine it by yourself. But overall, this method works, and it works pretty nicely. It's long and tedious, but you know, it eventually will get you the result that you need. Now, if you want to add something like an accessory to this, or if you want to make the bangs move too, so the front part, you can use UUH4V for that. Once again, you can replace meshes that are tagged part 2, part 3, and you can go through with the exact same process. You just separate those meshes, and you go with the exact same process basically. You import some hair that look something like your hair. For example, you could use Evelyn's hair to rig this. Something like a bob cut would be pretty good for this. Either Evelyn or alt hair would look good, I think. And basically that's the way they do it. That's the way you will do it. It's really long and really tedious, but unfortunately there is no other way to do it right now. And I think that concludes our guide. Thank you for watching. It's been nice having you around as my viewers. I hope you learned something. And once again, if you have any questions regarding this guide or any other guides for Cyberpunk that you might find online, make sure to join the Woven Kit modding server. Go into the mod dev chat, or just ask around in general. 100% someone will help you. We always try our best to help newcomers and people who are new to modding. It's a pretty painful process, getting started to mod in a game like this with no official tools. So we're always happy to help you guys. Take care.